man over here is Raul Nieves. I am Eileen Herman Haas, and together we are Dance Caliente. Hi, I'm Eileen Herman Haas, and this is the beautiful gown, antique silk chiffon that I wore for the dance that you're about to see. Raul Nieves and myself were invited to come and perform for you live this year at your senior center. But the pandemic hit, and that made it impossible. However, both your senior center and your local cultural council invited us to create a virtual show so that you could enjoy our performance in the comfort of your own home. Raul and I spent the summer looking for footage from past performances and created new interactive segments that we spliced together. This is the show that you're about to see. It is called Dancing Through the Decades with Dance Caliente. We're going to travel through time through different period dances. After each dance, Raul or myself will come back and spend some time with you talking about the historical background of the dances, the cultural influences of the dances, and then teach you some of the steps so that you too can experience the flavor of the dance. We'll do it sitting in your chair. We'll do it standing beside your chair so that you have a partner to dance with. We would now like to invite you to sit down, relax, and enjoy our first dance, which happens to be the waltz. Oh, I miss dancing with a real person, especially with Raul. Oh, after watching us perform, it brought back memories to me, and I wondered, did it bring back memories for you of your days when you used to dance? Well, I can just picture it. Maybe back in the 1800s, in the beautiful ballrooms of the Habsburgs, people dressed in their absolute finest, dancing the waltz. Wonderful music playing. I wonder, is that where the waltz actually began? Raoul, did it?
No, it did not. The waltz of high society before the 1600s was originally a peasant dance. It was known as the Montanique, the Landler, and the Waltzen. That's how you get the word the waltz from German. These are dances of Central Europe. Rumor has it that some nobles abandoned their minuet dances to attend peasant dances. The movement of the dances appeared around the 1500s, perhaps in drinking establishments. So let's experience it from your chairs and imagine going back to the 1500s in Central European taverns. So you remember, you're going to be in a Central European tavern in the 1500s. Use your imagination. Just imagine now that you are with me sitting at a tavern in the 1500s. You have a beer in your hand. And I want you to go along with me doing the same thing that I'm doing. So, from your chair, you're going to say, "Hey!" That's right. And give yourself a laugh. Because you are having a good time in this tavern. And then you turn over to your friends to the side and says, "Yes, I'm having a great laugh. The fields were good for me today. I didn't find any rocks while I was doing the fields." So you grab that beer, you give it a chug, and then you feel a little tipsy. So just move about your whole body, feeling a little tipsy. And then all of a sudden you hear a song by the tune in the tavern. And it goes like this. Beep, 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 beep. And then it gets a little louder because more people are joining in into this tune. Yap-pa-pa, yap-pa-pa, yap-pa-pa-pa. So you may decide with your friends, "Hey, want to try this?" Yes. Grab that beer, give it a chug, and now you really are moving side by side. And now you start singing along. Yap-pa-pa, yap-pa-pa, yap-pa-pa-pa. Yap-pa-pa, yap-pa-pa, yap-pa-pa-pa. You are swaying around. And then you start swaying forward. Yap-pa-pa, yap, and back. Yap-pa-pa-pa. Yap-pa-pa, yap-pa-pa, yap-pa-pa-pa. Yeah, and swing that on high as you can. Yap-pa-pa, yap-pa-pa, yap-pa-pa-pa. Yap-pa, spilling that beer all over the place because you're so inebriated. And then you can try moving your leg out. My leg doesn't move. Let's see if it moves. Yap-pa-pa, yap-pa-pa, yap-pa-pa-pa. Yap-pa-pa, yap-pa-pa, yap-pa-pa-pa. And finally you swing and get a good laugh. Yes. And notice those are the moves that open up for the formation of the waltz. How the waltz have evolved from the drinking establishment with a yap-pa-pa-pa to now moving forward to the 1700s. Just think, in the 1700s, imagine that you are in a highly high class, very high class palace of the Habsburgs in Switzerland. And you have the best outfits. And you're listening to that music, the waltz being played by not just one or two, three instruments, by an orchestra. And you decide to go and get up and dance. So let's stand up and imagine that you are in that period, in that place, and see that there is your partner, the chair that you use for balance. And you then, from the chair, let's bow so that then you will be bowing and bowing both cases so that you are now introducing yourself to your partner to start. Let's start with the hesitation moving forward and back. We step forward and then close our feet and then step back again. And forward, and back again. With the timing it goes yup-ba-ba, yup-ba-ba, yup-ba-ba-ba. And then with the music that you hear from the Hasbro chorus, you say yum bum 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 yum bum bum bum. Let's try it from the other side. The other side. Get ready and yum bum bum yum bum bum yum bum bum bum. And then from behind the chair, stepping side to side. Steps close and step close. Yum bum bum yum bum bum yum bum bum bum. And then let's walk around. Now make sure that you place your hand on the chair in case you need it for balance. And yum bum bum yum bum bum yum bum bum bum. Yum bum bum yum bum. And back and forth for the hesitation. Yum bum bum bum. Then side and close, side and close. Yum bum bum yum bum bum yum bum bum bum. And around again. Yum bum bum yum bum bum yum bum bum bum. Yum bum bum yum bum bum bum. Yes, now you're ready to dance the waltz with music. Yum bum ba yum bum ba yum bum bum bum. Yum bum ba yum bum ba yum bum bum bum. Hesitation. Yum bum ba yum bum ba. Around the chair. Yum bum ba yum bum ba yum bum ba. Forward and back. Yum bum ba yum bum ba yum. And yum bum ba yum bum bum yum bum bum yum ba yum bum bum. Continue with the music without me singing. Thank you so much, and thank you for my partner. And curtsy, and we'll then sit, and we'll go on. We'll talk about what's going on next. Yes, so 1920s, where the crazy dances occur. Next we'll have the Peabody and the swing with Eileen and I, enjoying the best of that time.
just a little bit better on you. What do you think?
I love doing these dances because there are so much silly moves there. Did you notice that silly moves in both of those dances? Did you know that in the 1900s with ragtime music, silly dance moves called animal dances came about as a protest to high cost of learning refined dances like the waltz and the polka. Imagine dancing the silly dances such as the grizzly bear, the turkey trot, the buddy hop. Yes, and you find them during that time in drinking establishments and in community centers because they rent them to have some fun. The silly moves is the foundation of the movements of dances include the Charleston, the Peabody, Yes, and also the early jazz swing dance. Yes. So you find that in the 1920s and 30s, it was an exciting time for dance. It had actually come up with so many creative material from the animal dances. Let's see what the silly moves are and how it became the part of the identity of the dances. Let's go and try this. I am now in my chair. Can you all see me? Good. Now from here, I'm going to start from the grizzly bear. So the grizzly bear, the arms are up, the legs are spread. This is during the Roaring 20s. People had a lot more freedom in their movement. From here, you start rocking side by side and give yourself a growl. Yes, that's the grizzly bear. Notice that we're tilting my whole body. Now, grizzly bears sometimes like to slap their knees, so they slap their knees. Yes, this is a knee slap. So let's do the grizzly bear. Give it a knee slap, 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 slap. Now you can shake the knee in and out, and in and out. So now you got the grizzly bear. 1, 2, 3, 4. I slap, and in and out, and in and out. Ooh! Now we're gonna go on. From after that, then we're gonna do the turkey trot. So it's bum, boom, 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 bum, boom, 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 bum, boom, boom. Yes. So here, grizzly bear, from the top, boom, boom, boom. Yes, that slap and bum, eat that, and the turkey, boom, 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 and in and out, and in and out. Now we will start from our sitting high chair using the grizzly bear and the bunny hug, and that combination will give us a preview of what's going to go on until the next dance, the swing. So we start off with the grizzly bear. We go, good. Now we bring our legs together and then see if we can do a stomp, stamp, stomp, stomp. So this part of the bunny hug, it was based on doing the rock step. And I'm going to call this the bunny hop. So that way it allows us to rock back and forth while we're doing this. So we go bump, 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 like a bunny, little bunny just hopping around. Yes. So now we're going to try putting both together. Open the legs out and you go grizzly bear, bunny, bunny, bunny. Again, grizzly bear, bunny, bunny. Now let's give it a growl and give it a little hop. So we go again. Yes. So now Eileen will go on into the swing dance era of the 1940s using these movements.
Oh, what fun, those animal dances. The animal dances evolved over the next couple of decades. So we get to the 1940s, and now we have a dance called swing, which has many elements of those animal dances, including the Charleston and Peabody moves. And it's the big bands that drive this dance. So we have Duke Ellington, we have Jimmy Lunsford, and later Glenn Miller and Tommy Dorsey. And then we have wonderful singers like the Andrews Sisters. So what I'd like to do right now is take us standing and use some of the moves that Raul just taught you, the animal moves, and show you how put together they become swing. So join me, please. So here I am with my partner again, and what I'd like you to do is to take your grizzly towards your chair and away from your chair and do your little bunny hop. So we have grizzly, a bunny hop, grizzly, a bunny hop. What we have now is your basic 6-count swing. So we have a 1, 2, a 3, 4, a 5, 6. Grizzly, a bunny hop, grizzly, a bunny hop. Then I'd like you to take a little step forward. And now you have a little flick of the foot. And then you step back and you do your bunny hop. This becomes the Charleston move. So if you want to see it, Charleston is something like that, right? And this is very similar with a little flick and a step and the bunny hop. So we're going to put all these things together, and we have a grizzly, a bunny hop, grizzly, a bunny hop, step forward, flick, step back, a bunny hop, step forward, flick, step back, a bunny hop. And do you remember something called the hokey pokey, where you put your right foot in, you put your right foot up, in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey, and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Well, we're going to do that hokey pokey part just to get us on the other side. So here's my partner again. I always just press down gently. That gives me a little bit more balance. And here we go. Grizzly towards your partner, grizzly away, and your bunny hop, which is actually a rock step. A grizzly, a bunny hop, grizzly, or your rock step. Grizzly, and your rock step. We step forward. That's the leg that's closest to my partner. I flick with the leg that's outside. I step back, and then I do my rock step, my bunny hop. Rock step. So I have a grizzly, a bunny hug, grizzly, or bunny hop, whichever way you'd like to say it. And then my Charleston move, yes. Then I have my hokey pokey to get to the other side. Now you stay standing. I'm going to give us the Andrews sisters to do the dance. And here we go. Find that music in your body.
All the boys I've known and I've known some.
Grizzly,
bunny
hop.
When you came inside, dear, my heart grew light and this whole world.
Ready for your Charleston?
You're really swell, I have to admit you deserve expressions that really fit you. And so I've racked my brain hoping to explain all the things that you do to me. My mere Mr. Shane, please let me explain. My mere Mr. Shane means your brain. My mere Mr. Shane, again I'll explain. It means you're the fairest in the land.
Here we go.
I could say Bella, Bella, even say wonderbar. Each language only helps me tell you how grand you are.
I can go forward too.
Explain. I'm here just to shame.
Now how many you do doesn't really matter.
You understand.
Let's take two. And then the Charleston. Let's repeat it. How about one Charleston? And one of these. And let's take our hokey pokey, maybe even a little shimmy. This side, here we go. And Charleston. Let those arms swing. One of each. Two of each. And your hokey pokey. And your Charleston. Your hokey pokey. Your bass. Your Charleston. And right to your seat. There we go.
I touch your lips and all at once the sparks go flying. Those devil lips that know so well they are blind. And though I see the danger, still the flame grows higher. I know I must surrender to your peace of fire. Just like the torch set the soul within me burning. I must go on along this road of no returning. And though it burns me and turns me into ashes, my whole world crashes without your kiss of fire. I can't resist you. What good is there in trying? What good is there denying? You're all that I desire. Since first I kissed you, my heart was yours completely. If I'm a slave, then it's a slave I wanna be. Don't pity me. Don't pity me. Your lips, the lips you only let me borrow. Love me tonight and let the devil take tomorrow. I know that I must have your kiss, although it dooms me, though it consumes me. Your kiss of fire. Since first I kissed you, my heart was yours completely. If I'm a slave, then it's a slave I wanna be. Don't pity me. Don't pity me. Your lips, the lips you only let me borrow. Love me tonight and let the devil take tomorrow. I know that I must have your kiss, although it dooms me, though it consumes me. Your kiss of
Yeah. Oh, I love feeling Eileen's foot on my leg while we tango. Ooh. What a dance of passion. I would like you to experience it too. Let's go and have some fun. Oh, I can hear that music of tango stirring up my fire. Oh, I use my eyebrows up and down to see if I can attract an attention of maybe a partner to dance with. So I use my eyebrows and my eyebrows on the other side, and then the legs, moving my leg in a circle. And I'll try my other leg too. Oh, that person's noticed what I was doing. I'll add a little bit fire, and then around, and then up a little bit, and then the other side, around and up a little bit. Yes. Oh, maybe I'll do this too. Flick up, down, and around, and I flick up, down, and around. So I'm going to combine everything. Yes, I'm going to do two of these. Then they're going to come over and then flick up and then down. And I'm going to do 2 of these. I'm going to come over and I flick and it comes down. And again, aha. Yes, do it with me. Show that passion. Flick and over. Yeah, use your eyebrows as well. And 2 of these. Cross over and flick. And that person's going to ask you to dance. Yes, and Eileen will then come up and show you the fire of tango.
Raul's description of this passionate dance, Argentine tango, was wonderful. I hope you enjoyed playing with him in your seats, and soon we'll be getting out of our seats and trying out some of those moves. First, I'd like to let you know where Argentine tango began. We have these immigrants looking for work coming from Europe, traveling to both Argentina and Uruguay. And there they bring with them their many dances like the European minuet and the polka, but more importantly, their instruments. So we have the guitar, the flute, the violin, the German bandeon, and many other instruments, put together with the already established African rhythms. You have now a wonderful new sound called tango. And with that comes the dance. And just to let you know, we have all these men and very few women. And how are they going to attract the very few that are there? They're going to attract them with their prowess in dance. So the men practice with each other and thereby create this very passionate dance. And I'd like us to experience some of the moves. I'm going to go over to my partner behind me, and I would invite you to stand up and take hold of your partner because I would like you to dance with me. Here we go. So I take my partner's hand or shoulder, and we're going to try first that nice circular move that Raul gave you. And we'll take our outside leg and make a nice little circle. So you are dancing with me. Notice how I bend my supporting knee to give me a little bit more support. And I don't grab my partner, I press down gently. And that gives me a lot more support. As my leg reaches back, I step back, and here comes the leg rub. And then we're going to add this nice little surprise movement off to the side. Yes. We're going to try that on the other side. So once again, gently pressing down on my partner, I have my circles with the leg closest to my chair, the knee bending. And then as my leg goes back, I step on it. I bring the other leg close to my shin, give it a little rub, and again the knee bends for support. And then I step, bring the other foot close by, but I don't put all my weight on, just a little tap so I can reach it out at any time. Then I'm going to add one more move. As I step behind my partner, I'm going to cross over with the leg closest to my partner's back and step across, reach out, and again, the leg that's closest to my partner's back steps forward. I reach out so I can rotate. I step across with the leg that's closest to my partner. And then I can begin everything on the original side. So here we go again. We have circles. So you are dancing with me. Great. And then I step back to rub. I step forward for a surprise. I step behind my partner, and then the closest leg does the crossover as many times as you want. And then we have our circles. And we have our leg rubs. And we have our surprises. Now, of course, we need to try this with music. So I will put some music on for us. Here we go. Music is a very improvisational dance. So we hear the music, we get it into our body, and we play with it. We circle, maybe once, maybe twice, and we reach back, maybe nice and soft, maybe very sharp, and then maybe a little alluring, tempting. And then again, our circles. How about another circle? How about a leg rub? How about a slow surprise? And then a fast surprise. And crossover. And we'll try it on this side. Again, our circles. Another circle. How about a little shoulder roll? And then a leg rub. And then a surprise. Maybe a little hair rub with a surprise. And again, our crossovers. The other side. How about circles while you're rubbing your hair and rolling your shoulders, your hair, and the rub, and the surprise, and the crossover. And let's take a seat. And coming up next is the passionate dance, salsa.
No tengo mucho dinero, ni tampoco inteligencia, pero a mí no me importa nada porque tengo un swing sabroso, sabroso. Estoy enamorado de esta música bonita, esto me siento y la salsa es de vida. Aunque mi jefa se me vaya, Rubén me enseñó a mí que la vida te da sorpresas, sorpresas te da la vida. Estoy enamorado de esta música bonita, esto me siento yo y la salsa es de alegría. Agradecemos a Señor que nos acompañe, que nos apunta, que está de la luz, con más energía seguirá. Sea cruz del Señor, la salsa es de alegría. A través de sus canciones, la salsa es de alegría. Nací en el oriente, la salsa es de alegría. Pero me gusta esta música clara, la salsa es de alegría. Que se llama salsa, salsa, la salsa es de alegría. Ahora te lo digo yo, la salsa es de alegría. Que yo tengo sangre para gozar, la salsa es de alegría. Y me voy.
Well, that was a lot of fun. Dancing salsa with Raul. is such a delight. Why? Did you know that Raul was the king of salsa back here in Boston in his day? Yes, he was. And during that time, I was in New York City. I was doing my musical theater thing, and then added my ballroom dancing, came to the Boston area, and Raul and I became partners. And now it's been about 22 years that we have been dancing together. Lucky me, and soon lucky you, because you'll be dancing with the king of salsa very soon after I teach you the basic rhythms of the dance. So instead of using counts, I'm going to use sounds, and they're going to be funny sounds, and I hope you'll play with me. The first sound is ka, and what I want you to do with me is say it and move your shoulders. So we have ka. Can you do that with me? Ka. That's right. Ka. And then we add ah. Would you do that one with me? Ah. Now I'm going to put them together. Don't do it yet, so you can see what it looks like and what it sounds like. Ka. Ah. Ka. Ah. Now I'd like you to do it with me. Here we go. Ready? And ka. Ah. Ka. Ah. Ka. Ah. And ka. Ah. That's your basic rhythm in salsa. Now I'm going to show you the same thing, but we're going to do it so that our legs are moving to the same rhythm. But before we do, I want you to see how those sounds work in the salsa by demonstrating just a little bit of the dance before I teach you how to do it. So you just stay seated and I'm going to dance for you. Here we go. So I have unka ah, 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 and unka ah. So now, here we are, all seated, and let's try a couple of times the shoulder and arm move. Are you ready? And unka ah. Perfect. Now, how do I translate it to my feet? I'm going to take two marching moves. Unka. Would you do that with me? Unka. Again. Unka. Now we're going to try it with one more move, which is just a slight separation of the legs. You have unka, and you open your legs just a wee bit. And then you have unka ah. So you're walking 2 times, and the third walk is to the side. 2 times together, and the third one is to the side. And there's actually 3 moves, 4 counts of music, but we say 3 sounds to make sense. Unka ah, unka. You are doing this with me. Unka ah, and unka ah. Excellent. Now what I'd like to do is take it with a little bit of a forward motion. So what we do is we step forward instead of in place. We leave the other leg where it was and step down. That's 2 moves. Remember there's 3. Then we bring our feet together. There's that third move. We have unka ah, unka ah, unka ah, unka ah, and unka ah. I could also take it out to the side. I could step unka ah, unka ah, unka ah, and unka ah. I could also take it behind me. I can step back, leave my foot where it is, but step on it. That's 2. And there's the third move. So I have unka ah, unka ah, and unka ah, unka ah. So what do I have? I have forward, forward. I have side, side, and then 2 backs. 1, then the other. That's your basic in salsa in many different directions. There, of course, are turns and many other moves. Raul is going to put together a nice little combination for you as you stand. So, with no further ado, here is the king of salsa himself, Raul.
Unka ah, unka ah, unka ah, unka ah, unka ah. Oh, that felt so nice. Oh, I would love to dance with you, but wait. I would love first to talk about the roots of salsa. Salsa was started as a marketing idea of a blend of Afro-Cuban and Puerto Rican music of the 1960s. It can trace its roots to Cuba and Puerto Rico in the 1700s. Are you standing? If not, please join me. Notice I don't have a chair. That way you can feel like you're dancing with me. And notice I have no jacket. That way you can see my hips. So we'll start off with the first movement from Africa. It is the rhythm of rumba. The rumba movement. Now let's try it together. Nice and easy. Unka, ah. Unka, ah. The next movement that is also specialized in salsa is danzón, which basically is a movement and stop and movement and back. And movement and stop and movement and back. And then there's a third movement, all right? There's a third movement, but before I do that, and then I'll show you what this movement is. You step forward and then work your way back. You step back and show your hip and move your way forward. And then we have our son movement from Puerto Rico, which is you move and stop. You move and stop. And you move any direction and stop. And then there's another movement, all right? But before that, all right, I want you to try it. Move and stop. Move and stop. Move and stop. And then comes the troubadour movement of Spain, which all you do is rock back and then shake. And rock back and then shake. Rock back and then shake. Let's try it with me. Rock back and then shake. And rock back and then shake. And then we say, ah! Are you ready to dance salsa? Yes, please join me, yeah. Now we'll start with a movement of the shoulder blades. Ooh, and the hip. Ooh. And we'll take the arm and then pull ourselves forward and back. And let's try the other arm and pull ourselves forward and back. Again. Unka, ah, and unka, ah, and unka, ah, and unka, ah. Yeah, those are the magical words we use. And then let's try again. This time with opening and closing our legs, and open and close our legs, and open and close our legs. Again, open and close, saying unka, ah, unka, ah. Unka, ah, and unka, ah. Now we move our shoulders a little bit back a little bit, and then step back a little bit. But now I want to make sure you move your hips and shoulders and everything. We're going to now put first two together, all right? So here we go, and unka, ah, unka, ah. Unka, ah, and unka, ah. Now, unka, ah. Unka, ah. Unka, ah, and unka, ah. The third one's ready to step back, and unka, ah, and unka, ah. Lift up your chest, turn your shoulder blades, yes. And reach up and say, ah. Now we're going to put all three together. Are you ready? Here we go. Forward breaks and unka, ah, and unka, ah. Unka, ah, and side breaks and unka, ah, and unka, ah. Unka, ah, and back breaks and unka, ah, and unka, ah. Unka, ah, and unka, ah. And reach and say, ah. But the music may be a little bit faster. If it is, we'll use smaller steps. And then use a little bit more movement within our bodies. Here we go. And unka ah, unka ah, unka ah, and unka ah, unka ah, and unka ah, unka ah, and unka back break. Unka ah, unka ah, unka ah, and unka ah. Great. Now you're ready to join me to dance with music. Unka ah, 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 and unka ah, unka ah, unka ah, unka ah, yes. Give a shimmy, yeah, and a pump. Reach up, say ah.
I had so much fun this last hour. I hope you did too. I'd like to remind you, I'm Eileen Herman Haas, and this is
Raul Nieves.
Together, we are Dance Caliente, and we hope in the near future we'll have the opportunity to perform for you our show, Dancing Through the Decades with Dance Caliente, maybe live next time. In the meantime, please stay healthy, stay happy, find a little dance in your lives. Bye-bye.
Buenos, adios, and goodbye.